Okay, so good morning. The morning routine is kind of done. Nowadays, I've been testing a lot of routines, but what I like to do the most is I wake up, take my electrolytes, go outside. Well, usually the sun is shining. This day, unfortunately, it wasn't. Usually what I did was I go straight away for a morning workout, but I changed that recently just because I noticed that I have so many things on my head the first thing I wake up. Nowadays I do a 90 minutes deep work session first thing in the morning. I try to crush as many tasks as possible in the first hour and a half. Then after that I go for a workout. So kind of the first 2 to 3 hours I've already done a deep work block. Then I go for a workout, kind of enjoy it a little bit more because I know that the main tasks are put away and I can actually be fully present working out. And now I'm gonna take you guys with me to kind of this spa, gym, club area that they have in Milan. In Finland or in Scandinavia or in most countries that I've lived in, gym is just a gym. But in Italy, a gym is a club. It's rather expensive and there's multiple things like a business lounge, a cafe, spa, a pool area upstairs, so many different things, and I absolutely love it because the two things that I spend my most time on is my work setup back home and the gym. So as some of you know, I recently moved to Milan. 2 years ago I was in the city. Unfortunately now it's raining, but I was in the city and I fell in love right away. I mainly lived in Scandinavia as well as the US, and I fell in love with the Italian culture. People are welcoming, people are nice, people are just overall a great vibe. The energy is completely different from Finland, for example. In Finland, people are rather if they see someone succeed, they don't really like it. And in Finland, for example, if you go, let's say you go for a morning jog or you go to your local grocery store and smile to someone, they're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? What is wrong with you? But here, you go to a local grocery store, people are dancing, singing. Overall, the energy is completely different, which I like the most about Italy as well. As it is, this is not the perfect shot, but it's quite beautiful here. And the sun is usually shining, but today it isn't. But to be completely honest, these last 2 weeks that I've been here, it has been a bit of a struggle just because I've used to very convenient ways of operating in Finland where if I want something, I get it right away. If I need a Wi-Fi, I go downstairs in my apartment that I have in Finland. Or just things move rather quickly. The infrastructure is on a whole nother level compared to Italy. In Italy, it feels like I'm living in 2008, where for 3 weeks in a row now, I've been trying to get a Wi-Fi. That's all that I need to actually fucking work, which is, funny enough, all I need is a Wi-Fi and gym. For gym, it took I think 2 appointments, a medical, I had to do a heart test, a EKG or something to get access to a gym. I don't know why. And then for Wi-Fi, I've now tried 4 providers, and every single store I go to, not in an arrogant way, but I'm like, please, I need the fastest, most expensive Wi-Fi right away because I need to work. And they hopefully are gonna be showing up at end of this week, which is I'm almost a month in Italy without a Wi-Fi, and I desperately need a Wi-Fi. So I love Italy, I love the people, I love the culture, I love the vibes, but the infrastructure is 2008. Overall, this is a new chapter for me and I'm very excited about it. Last weekend I spent with a lot of high-level entrepreneurs that are doing hundreds of thousands per month in revenue, and I got so many insights. We set up a goal that by December 1st, we all have our individual goals. I'm not gonna say theirs, but for me it's 100k per month profit as well as 10% body fat. So I gotta cut off a few percentages, and now we're making around 100k per month revenue, but that is not obviously profit, so we pretty much need to double the business. And that's the plan for the next 75 days. And when we hit these goals, we didn't want to set drink enough water type of goals. We wanted to set actual goals regarding business and health. But when we tick off these boxes, we're going to be traveling to Prague as a reward trip. And we also set up we're going to be buying new watches with the boys when we hit these goals. So I have some pressure on. Time to go hit a workout and tick those boxes.
How's man talk about pressure? I don't feel pressure. Send a text on the chat line, give out some testers, then back to my leisure. I got bro to the end card, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother. I ain't got no gun, but if I cop that dots, bury it like treasure. Ayy, born in the east side, could've been a daily offender, crazy extender. Might see me in the west with the gunners or see me with Cahill like Arsene Wenger.
Okay, workout done. I was talking to you about the Italian infrastructure, and let me tell you that the man behind the camera, Luke, we went there, you can't get in without an ID. We go back, we get an ID. Then after that, we go in. Luke can't train with his shoes. They literally banned him from working out because he had sliders on, or slippers on. So he couldn't work out. Then, well, you kind of maybe saw the clips, but the whole place is like a biohacking palace. You have a steam room, sauna. You can go into, you can do so many things. You can swim. They have like a terrace and a pool. Anyways, I just prefer to start my days with kind of first deep work block, then go here, relax a little bit, re-energize, get some more, prepare myself for the day. Usually I would be now going back to work, but because it's a pretty interesting week we have going on right now. Luke is here, another friend is joining us, and tomorrow we're going to Lake Como to film some more. I'm now going into a barber, getting this hair cut, and then we start to work. So it's a little bit later morning today, but anyways, for me, and I believe for you as well, it's really important to prioritize your health. For the past year, I made the stupid decision to prioritize business over my health, gained a little bit of weight. I'm trying to kind of change what I'm prioritizing first, which is now health first, business second, and getting back in shape. And I believe that's going to also help me hit 100K per month profit by December 1st, also as well as the 10% body fat. Back in my prime, when I used to be kind of more of a athlete, my lowest body fat was, I believe, 10.8. So I want to beat that now, cut a little bit, get in shape. Anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping now. We're gonna hit a barber and then we're off to work. So as I was speaking to you guys about December 1st, I know a lot of people speak about goals. I usually prefer to do it in private just because I've done it for a long time and I keep hitting those goals, but I feel like it's a little bit inspiring to you guys. So December 1st, we had a 7-hour road trip to Austria with the boys, and we decided by December 1st we had set some personal goals, and this is one of them, getting a new watch on December 1st, and I'm planning to make it Cartier Santos or maybe something else, but this is like a vintage shop in Milan, and I don't want to be exactly like everyone else, so I want to get something vintage, and I feel like we're going to be coming here on December 1st when I tick those boxes.
Put a spell on you. Cause you're mine. You better stop the things you do. I ain't lying. No, I ain't lying. You know I can't stand it. You're running around. You know better, Daddy.
Okay, like the haircut, what do you think? Is it like in the pictures? I have no idea. What a beautiful place. And as I didn't have any internet, I wasn't using my phone, I kind of started thinking like, I'm living my dream life. Like this is kind of like a movie. I'm waking up, being able to look at the sun right away, drink my espresso, whatever biohacking drink, go to the gym club, biohack, swim, sauna, steam room, whatever you want to do, then come here. This place is exactly styled the way I like it, navy, kind of the old money style. And now I'm off to work, working on the business that I created that is doing well. And Then we are hanging out with the friends, having a lovely dinner later on, going to Lake Como tomorrow, all kinds of fancy stuff. So I just kind of captured myself living the dream, which is honestly an insane feeling that you, in my head, quite often I'm just thinking like, oh, I have this problem where I need to automate lead capture and this and that, and I need to do this and I need to do that, but then you kind of zoom out and you're like, fuck, I'm living in Milan, I'm 23 years old, it's fashion week. I can literally live the life that I wanted 2 years ago, which is an unreal feeling, but let's go to work now. Okay, so we're at the office. So to be completely honest, guys, this is usually where I sit 8 or 12 hours a day. It's quite easy for me to pick up the camera only on the days that I have something kind of extraordinary planned. So for example, the Austria weekend, Tallinn, yachts, moving to Milan, or something a little bit just extraordinary. Then I have a kind of like a reason to document my life because it seems a little bit more interesting. But in reality, I wake up, drink a cup of coffee, work out, journal, go to the gym, and just work here around 8 to up to 14 hours a day. But for some reason, it is a little bit easier to document my life when there's extraordinary things planned, like, I don't know, going to Lake Como or going to Austria or meeting with like this Porsche events and these kind of things. But I do understand also that that is quite fake and just gives you the perception that this guy is living the dream life. I am kind of living the dream life, but the dream life is not about kind of these extraordinary things. It's about me being able to come here. It's right now middle of the day in Italy, Milan, and just work here on my business. So yeah, just kind of wanted to be honest. It's easy to document when there's fancy things happening, but in reality, my life is quite boring. I sit here, I work most of the hours during the day, and that's about it. But lately, I've been operating kind of as a CEO, but now it's time to go into founder mode. I don't know if you've seen this buzzing term lately about founder mode, where kind of the CEOs are usually kind of managers, delegators, but then as a founder, you're deep in the trenches doing everything on every level of the business. And I've been fortunate enough lately that I've built a team of 15 full-timers. And I noticed myself that when it comes to usually growing your business, you need marketing to get customers. Then you have the sales process to convert them from a interested lead into actual client. That's kind of the main two front end steps of the business. Then it's operations. How do you handle everything when it comes to onboarding clients, onboarding, and the client fulfillment, so on and so forth. So I like to, when things get hectic, think about business in kind of these 4 areas where it's lead generation or marketing, sales, onboarding, client satisfaction, and fulfillment. Those 4 are kind of the main things when I'm looking at the business. But then I catch myself that we've been growing recently, signing new clients, growing our revenue, but I'm not actively because of our big team. I'm mainly just leading. I'm not doing the marketing. I'm not getting the leads. I used to do the sales process for a long time, but I've now onboarded 2 salespeople, so they don't need me. They are closing deals without me, bigger deals than I was closing. Then it's the onboarding. I'm not a part of that. I have key account managers handling that. And then it's the fulfillment. I have copywriters, marketers, customer success managers handling all of that. So for around 4 to 6 weeks now, I've been kind of like a CEO. I'm just leading, but I'm not actively participating in lead generation or even the sales process or even the onboarding, client fulfillment, satisfaction process, because it's very streamlined and I'm just leading and looking at kind of what's the next thing. But I gotta be honest, that's kind of a dream for many. And when I used to have like 12 to 14 meetings every single day and my days were full, I was kind of slaving away and growing this business. In that process, I hated it, but now I kind of miss it. It's a weird feeling because I worked so hard to be in a position where I don't need to do that anymore, but now I'm not doing anything at all, and I'm kind of like a CEO, which feels weird for even me to say.
And now I kind of miss being actively in the trenches. I miss going founder mode and being actively in every step of the way. So I've decided to go founder mode for the next few months again and kind of actively re-engage in the business and take more of a responsibility and not just be a high-level CEO. But yeah, this is kind of like a weird thing that I've been battling with the last month or so, where it's good, I have time to do content, I have time to do many different things, but then I miss kind of actively learning about some technical operations, automations, front-end offers, whatever it may be. So yeah, lately been more of a CEO after a year of going founder mode, but now tried a month of being kind of like a CEO, but I really want to go back into founder mode, and that is the plan now. Okay, so it's now late afternoon in Milan. As I was saying that I want to enter back into the founder mode, I had this realization where, once again, I've had this now a few times. I'm here, September, in Milan. It's quite warm here. I can dress the way I want to dress. Fashion week is starting. I'm gonna be enjoying that. I'm here filming with Luke. Was just checking out some offices in the place here. The view was unreal, and I'm now considering getting an actual office in that building right there. I wanted to talk to you about kind of the concept of building an actual team. Most agencies, most kind of young-ish businesses that I've seen, they quite often they just hire a few team members or friends or family to work with them and help them scale. But I've decided to actually not take as much money for myself, but invest a lot on building an actual team. I was saying beforehand that we now have 15 full-timers. Yesterday I actually had negotiations with this one operator that I'm bringing in. Like, he's going to be our most expensive hire ever, making a doctor's salary in Canada, Finland, Sweden to join our company. But that gives me the freedom to think about some other stuff. And I'm super excited to bring him in. I know he's probably going to be watching this, so I'm super pumped to get him in our company. But the thing is, with building a team, I'm kind of sacrificing the margins as well. So even though we're making top-line revenue quite a bit, top-line revenue only boosts the ego. Profits is the only thing that matters. And, well, I'm not taking much salary for myself. I'm kind of taking the bare minimum salary for myself, but it's allowing me to do things like these, where we have a lot of team members. I'm receiving messages. I want to show you guys a message that I just received. So for example, one of our newest hires sent me a message 8 minutes ago about on the verge of signing the 4th client already today. And I'm here. I haven't really worked, to be completely honest. Usually I work 8 to 12 hours a day, but it's 4 p.m. We've been recording a video. We've been catching up with friends. I'm not, like, for a long time, I was a control freak. Everything was, I want to do it, operations, design, pitch deck, sales, lead generation, marketing, whatever I wanted to do all by myself. That is the founder mode. But then what is interesting is that I'm literally here, very grateful to be here, and I have team members do that work for you. And now I'm starting to understand that I'm actually building a business. So I made a LinkedIn post about this. I am very, I take a completely different approach to kind of my competition, where they are like one guy, one VA, high margins, but they make 10 to 20K per month. That could work, nothing wrong with that. But I want to take this kind of team approach, where we are like a sports team competing in the sport of business, which is the hardest sport in the world, in my opinion. And I'm kind of lately seeing the fruits of my labor, where for a year in a row I was slaving away. I was getting this close to burnout, and now I'm here in Milan, living the life that I manifested, and the team is closing deals without me actually working. So I don't know, just kind of wanted to chat about this. I had quite a negative, emotional video back in Kalasatama, where I was making the I hit 100K per month video. And now kind of seeing a few weeks later how things turn out. I'm no longer taking sales meetings. I'm no longer slaving away as much. I'm still a founder, so I want to completely transform this business into another level, but we are already reaching quite high levels. And I don't know, just hits deep right now to even think of what we are creating, what I have built so far. And I just want to share that with you guys, so you can get inspired and see that everything is actually possible.
Aye, I showed them love and they showed man hate. These days that is expected. Outside with a bad one, she told me that I'm bougie, said I'm selective. I'm in the streets and I got some rivals, so man stepping protected. Come from the hood where I ain't had dough, get in my bag and spend it. Been there, done that, been there, swing bro, all of my ex thing. Something flavor, aventura.
Hello?
Solo escucha.
Son las 5 de la mañana y yo no he dormido nada. Pensando en tu belleza, en loco voy a parar. El insomnio es mi castigo, tu amor será mi alivio. Y hasta que no seas mía, no viviré en paz.
Okay, good morning from Lake Como. We made it here. The boys are recording somewhere and Luke left me with his camera. So here I am using I don't know, this is an insane camera to me. Feels like I'm in now I see a fucking drone on top of me. I believe there's a drone that they're probably using right now. But yeah, Luke left me with his camera, so I decided to pick it up, try and use it. No clue how this works, but I feel like there's a red recording button going on, so that's good enough for me. Let me show you around where we are at as of current moment. This is probably my favorite place, a very beautiful place. If you haven't ever been to Lake Como, I would make it your must destinations to go to in your lifetime. This is my second time around here, and well, it's always extremely beautiful and inspiring, and to be completely honest, a camera won't do it justice, but I'm gonna show you around a little bit. But yeah, we decided to come here. The boys from Finland are visiting us here in Italy. Gonna be shooting some content, I'm thinking of doing like a mini VSL that I haven't been doing paid ads for my agency, but I think I could try and do a few video sales letters here and then push them into and start pushing some ads. But we'll see how that goes. By minimum, we're gonna be making an absolute banger of a YouTube video, and we're just trying to start creating the best content that is possible. So yeah, leveling up the game when it comes to content, and I really think the future of business is where these creators, founders, and everyone is kind of doing content and creating these personal brands and stuff like that. So really going all into content creation and building a brand and stuff like that, and hence we are here at Lake Como.
I found my love in Portofino, perché nei sogni credo ancora. Lo strano gioco del destino a Portofino m'ha preso il cuore. Nel dolce incanto del mattino il mare ti ha portato a me. So chiudo gli occhi e a me vicino a Portofino rivedo te. Ricordo un angolo di cielo.
So now we've been spending some time here in Lake Como. Unfortunately, it is raining. What I've been telling you about kind of the founder mode versus the CEO mode. Now I'm here, I'm not even looking at Slag, I'm just kind of being able to be here in this environment, how it inspires me. Sometimes you need to escape the founder mode and go into the CEO mode and see the business clearly, so you can jump back in and execute back at your founder levels. I don't know if this makes any sense to any of you, but once you scale your business from 0 to actually like 7 figures yearly, you need to sometimes just broaden out, zoom out, look at the business on a whole new perspective, because once you're deep in the business, you don't see clearly. So that's why you need to zoom out.
Dove ti stavo ad aspettar, ricordo il volto tanto amato e la tua bocca da baciare. I found my love in Portofino, quei baci più non scorderò. Non è più triste il mio cammino a Portofino. I found my love. Il y avait à Portofino un vieux clocher qui sonnait de ne sonner que les matines.
So we're back from Como, and as you can see, the sun is shining again. Just kind of want to round up this quick vlog. This is my new life in Milan, and for you it may seem like I'm just living the perfect life where I'm just drinking espresso in the balcony, traveling life in Lake Como and stuff like that, but that's not the reality. As this camera turns off after this, I'm gonna be back in the office, locking in, working pretty much 10 to 14 hours per day. I wanna lock in again. I've been kind of a little bit recovering, I guess, the last 3 to 5 weeks or so. To round this off, I would advise for you guys to go into environments where you feel like that environment helps you to align yourself with your goals. It's this environment helps you to achieve those goals. For me, it's kind of hard to justify, as it took me 3 weeks to get a Wi-Fi here, but now I finally have it. It could be small things like the city you decide to live in. Are there entrepreneurs? Are there like-minded people in those cities? It could be the weather, it could be the apartment that you're able to get, the prices. But as soon as you get a possibility, go to places that actually help you go towards your goals. For me, for a long time, it felt like I was getting complacent in Helsinki. Not a lot of entrepreneurs there. For a good time, the place that I was in, the place that I still have, it was helping me to go from that stage that I was in to the next stage, where I was just living in this convenient tower where everything was close to me. I can go downstairs, get groceries, get back up and work. Go to sauna downstairs or upstairs and get back and work. And I was living in this bubble. But after like 4 or 5 months of doing that, you get a little bit complacent, you get used to it, and you're just in this comfort zone where you're not even leaving the bubble, not meeting any new people, and kind of not raising your energy, frequency, whatever you want to call it. So I decided to kind of change the scenery a little bit, come here. I'm going to be living in Milan and northern Italy for a few months. I don't know how long exactly, and just going to be enjoying meeting new people, getting new perspectives in life, locking in a new environment, probably getting an office that I can show you on screen, where I'm going to be working as well. Feels like a startup kind of culture here. So that's great for me for now, but let's see where life goes in the next months. So if you managed to watch this far and was looking at my face for multiple minutes, maybe you can subscribe if you feel like it, and you'll see where my life goes on the next one. Peace.